This is a terrible title for this worksheet. Data representation of derivative information. I don't know, maybe it's not terrible, but it's like information in a table. Can we go from a table to a graph? Let f of x be a continuous function such that f of 2 equals -1. So that's good. That's the last graph we did not have like that starting point or an anchor point or a point we knew was on the graph. This one's telling me that this point's on the graph. So what point is that? People messed this up on the last test. Is it 2, -1, or is it -1, 2? Two, -1, the x and the y. So on all of these graphs, 2, -1 is on there. So it might be wise, before we even go any further, to put that point on all of the graphs, where we don't, do a couple graphs and then forget that that point's on all of them. Okay, let's see. Number 1. When x is less than 2, f prime is positive. You know what? I think I'm going to add a line to this table to help my brain process what's going on here. Because if f prime is positive, what does that mean about f? Increasing. And if f double prime is negative, then we're concave down. What does it mean if f prime is 0 and we're concave down? F prime is 0. That means there's a max. That's the second derivative test. You may have forgotten what it's called, but hopefully you remember that's what's going on. If we're concave down but have a horizontal tangent line, there's a max there. Relative max by the second derivative test. All right, x greater than 2, f prime is negative. That means we're decreasing. We're still concave down. So increasing, hit the max. Decreasing, concave down the whole way. See if you can draw a picture that meets that criteria. Increasing up to x equals 2, decreasing after that, but concave down the whole way. And for some, I bet most of you can do it. For others, they like to go one step further and draw that little piece, like increasing concave down looks like that, decreasing concave down looks like that. It might be a little bit overkill, but if you need to see it, it might help. So it should look, your picture should look something like that. All right, why don't you try the next 2 or 3 or 4.